So hey, welcome back to the 10-10 movement. You're here with myself, Tony V, and this is video 3 of a 3-part series on how to improve your productivity and how to successfully, particularly, improve your productivity whilst working at home. Many people doing that right now. Today I'm sharing the third thing, which is probably the thing that you might think is the least likely thing of all to improve your productivity. But it does. So what is it? Get prepared to write it down. It is the environment that you create around yourself, where you sit, where you live inside and you work from. Now, what is it about the environment that can affect your productivity? Now, I'm going to ask you a question now. I love a good question. So, and my favourite question is, on a scale of 0 to 10, I want you to put yourself in the place, sit down in the place. If you're not there, sit down in your imagination in the place that you work in. And then what I want you to do is I want you to write down, because you've got a pen and pad, yeah? Write down, if there were 3 words that describe the energy of your workplace, what 3 words would you actually write down? And then write them down, yeah? So just think about it. You're looking around at your environment that surrounds you, everything that, you know, from your desk, if you've got one, what's going on, what's in the room? And then go, yeah, if I had to score the energy, what number would I give it? 10 would be its fantastic energy, 0 is the energy in here is horrible. And then what, if there were words, 3 words to describe the energy, what words would I put? Just get that all written down. So you've now got a score and you've got 3 words, yeah? Now, if you scored 8, you're doing great, yeah? And there's a little bit of a gap, so watching could help you just tweak it a little bit, maybe up your score. If you're scoring 7 or less, we're sort of in danger of really not, you know, being very, very productive. So we've got too big a gap between 7 or whatever your score is and 10. So we've got some room for improvement. Now let's look at these 3 words. As we look at those words, I want you to mark up whether the words have got like a negative to them or a positive. If they're a negative, put a minus next to the word. If it's a positive, put a plus, yeah? Now, I have done this with thousands and thousands of people. And I can tell you, on average, the old 80-20 rule sort of comes in, that people that have never ever come across this sort of stuff before, what I call personal, spiritual type development, they're very likely, they've got an 80% chance of having 3 negative words. I've scored this, I've done it a lot, and trust me, you know, huge numbers of people have negative words when you do this sort of stuff. So we need to turn that around so that our environment is more supportive of us. Because if we've got negative words in our 3 words, or we're 7 or less on the scoring system, then actually this environment is draining our energy. It's not inspiring and empowering us. And that alone will affect your success, and it will definitely affect your productivity. So, what can we do if we've scored 7 or less? What do we need to do to improve all this, yeah? Now, I have seen people's office which are full of clutter. If you are a clutter person, and my estimate is about 20% of people, that's a lot, have got a lot of clutter around them. You know, this is like, you know, books, everything's sort of untidy. Let's talk about tidiness and untidy. 20% would not only be untidy, but there'd be stacks of stuff. Papers, books, stuff, things in boxes. You know, there's no order there, yeah? So if that's you, you're in the 20% who probably, you know, have got the lowest energy in your office, and this will affect your productivity and your success. Trust me, I absolutely approve of this, yeah? So, obviously, you know, I always go, get someone to help you, especially if you've collected a lot of clutter, but you're somehow attached to it. If you're attached to it, it's very difficult to declutter. So get someone to help you. But, you know, if you feel like when they're looking at throwing this away, getting a skip and chucking it away, and you start going, oh my God, you can't throw that away. And you go, well, why can't you throw it away? Well, I need to keep it. You know, store it somewhere else or store it neatly. Yeah, but look, it's much better to get detached. if you can detach yourself from stuff, this is very out there stuff, but it sort of leaves a bit of a void, and the universe, it said, doesn't like a void, so it fills it up again. But instead of filling it up with stuff that's low energy, let's look to see if we can fill it up with stuff with higher energy, stuff that's going to support us much, much more. So I remember moving into a house with my mate for a very short period of time, and he gave me this room, and I really disliked the colour. So I said to him, he wasn't charging me, he was my friend, you know, but I was there for a few months, and I said, do you mind if I sort of paint the room? And he gone, you cheeky, you know, what's it? You know, I'm giving you the room, I'm not charging you, and now you don't like it. I said, no, but it's not, the energy's not good, you know. And he thought I was a bit of a nutter. But anyway, he said, yeah, go on, do what you want. Anyway, so I ripped it all to bits, painted it what I call higher energy colours, and you can check that out on the internet. What's a higher energy and what's a lower energy colour? Yeah, and I painted it in a much higher energy. Now, he'd gone away for the weekend, I did it, I rearranged everything, made it all, you know, look good. He walked in the door and he went, wow, that's amazing. And then, of course, he was cheeky. He said, could you do the rest of the house? Yeah. So anyway, I did have a good old move around, you know, because he was a bit of a clutter man. But anyway, look, the truth is that energy supported me to be more productive. So, you know, a little bit of decorating, a little bit of manoeuvring around, get it really slick, get it really smart, then you will feel different. And when you feel different, then you become a different person, yeah? You become a different person. Everything becomes more possible, should we call it. Now, if I had to give you I've given you a couple of things already, but I'll give you one thing that I really love to do with people that have got to sort of break the habit of having an environment that's not supportive, yeah? So firstly, we tidy it all up. Secondly, what we do is we cut out some little squares of paper, you know, like 2 or 3 inch squares, and you need 10 of them, yeah? And then you can blue tack them onto your desk and write 1 to 10 on those bits of paper. So, but maybe in front of your computer if you've got one there, or wherever. Just have 10, you know, square bits of paper with numbers 1 to 10. Now, when you sit down at your desk in the day, before you start, you go, right, where is my energy today? What number am I? Right, and I tell you, don't start work if you're a 7 or a less. Only start work if you're 8, 9 or 10. Because this will massively improve your productivity, yeah? Now, if you're not, if you're 7 or less, then we need to take some action. We need to do something to change our energy. So, remember, we need to look at what we're putting past our lips, because that can make our energy go down. We need to look at our thinking, because that can make our energy go down. And then we could, again, look at our environment. Go, yeah, let me check in here, what's going on? You know, somebody's dumped a load of stuff in here. Let me tidy it up. Let me move things around, changes the energy. And when you change your energy and your energy goes back up, you sit down, you're an 8, 9 or 10, trust me, your day is going to go completely differently. Pick up the phone, you're having a phone conversation with something, everything's going to go more smoothly. Everything's going to go more positively, should we call it, yeah? And even if things get a bit heavy, somebody's having a bad day, you don't get got by it, you know, you don't get anger and frustration pop up. You're more, you know, empathetic. You may be more understanding of the person who's having a bit of a bad. You may even try and help them, yeah? Share some of what you've learned, whoever, you know, whatever. But look, you become a different person. I actually say to people, there's 2 of you in there. There's 2 of you in there. There's the real you, and then there's this egoic you, which was created in your early years, which, you know, is a sort of darker you. This is the one that does the negative thoughts and what have you. So this part of you, we need to get less of that happening, and then this other you, this person that's really the real you without any fear, without, you know, live in a beautiful way, you live in a loving way, a caring way, your energy's great, then everything will go more smoothly. So that's it really from me. The 3 things: food, thinking and your environment. Get them all tidied up and see how much that moves you towards living at a more 10 out of 10 life experience. Now, If you're new to the channel, please hit the old subscribe button if you'd like to see more videos like this, and hit the notification bell while you're at it, because we put 2 videos out a week and you get a little notification. You can come on and get a bit of personal spiritual development that again move you towards living at a 10 out of 10. So that's it from me today, Tony V here at the 10-10 Movement. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, so bye for now.